Welcome back to my YouTube channel Tiny Learn Hub and welcome back to our SQL interview series. So in our previous episode we solved the classic second and third highest salary in SQL interview questions, and we introduced an important function like that is Dane's rank. But that raises an important question: what's the difference between row number, rank, and Dane's rank? They all looks like ranking function. So why do we need three different functions? And more importantly, what happened when two employees have the same salary? That's when the difference comes between the very important. In today's episode we are going to use the same data and run all three functions side by side. By the end you will know like exactly which one is used for an SQL interview and which one we don't use that. Not use that one, but precisely not to use that particular one. So let's create the table first. Let me run the query. So in here I created one table, that is employee 17, and in here, as you see, we have four columns: employee ID, name, department, and salary. So let me execute this query for you. Yes. So in here, as you see, there are all the salaries are coming. Okay. In here, see, all the salaries are there. So as you see, there are repeated values are also there for that salary. Now, let's look carefully at this series. Okay, this salary series actually. So as you see that we have some duplicates. Okay, so that's intentionally I did it now because duplicates are exactly what help us to understand between these three different topics and three different function why we are using this one. Now let's come to our second query and run this one. So in here, uh, let's start with the row number. Okay, so row number assigns a unique sequential number to every row. So our results might look like this one. Like 95,000 is come as row number one. Then 90,000 come as two. So this is how it sequential. Okay. Now notice something important. Even though two employees earn 90,000, they receive different row numbers. One get 2 and the other gets 3. Now that's because row number gives every row a unique number. Now when I execute this query, the third one, yes. So now let's try the rank. Okay, so as you see, I use the rank here. So this time duplicate salary values receive the same rank. As you see, 90,000 got the 2 and this 90,000 is also got the 2 rank. Okay. Wait for a second. And why we jumped from rank 2 to rank 4? Okay, so that's the important behavior of rank. Because 2 employee occupies rank 2, the next rank becomes 4. In other words, rank leaves gap after duplicates. Now let's come our fourth query, which is this one. In here, now let's use the Dane's rank. Okay, so this one is executed. Let me go to the next query. So this is use the Dane's rank. Now, like rank, duplicate values receive the same rank, but there's one important difference. Dane's rank does not leave the gap. Okay, the result is like this way. Now you see there is 3 as well and the 4 as well, like this thing. So after rank 2, the next distinct salary gets rank 3. No gap. That's why it's called the Dane's rank. Now this should be a dedicated rank in here. So salary, row number, rank, and days rank. So if you want to execute whole together, so as you see, if I want to show you, suppose in here 95,000. Okay, so I have 95,000 If I use the row number, it will get 1. If I use the, that rank, it will get 1. And if I get the dense rank, it will get 1. Now, 90,000, okay. In here, if I use the row number, I'll get 2. If I use the rank, I'll get 2, and if I get the use the dense rank, I'll get 2 as well. Now if I use the next 90,000, okay, if I use the row number, I'll get 3, and if I use the rank, I'll get 2, and if I get to use the dense rank, then I'll get the 2. So this is how the difference are coming from. So meanwhile, this is how this rank, dense rank, and row number is going to work. Now this is the most important one for the today's episode. Let's compare all of these three. Row number, every rows get a unique number, okay. Rank, duplicate values receive the same rank but gaps are created. And dense rank, duplicate values receive the same rank but there is no gap, okay. If you remember only one thing from this differentiation, so remember this row number. If I use the row number, so I am using the row number, okay. So row number, it gives us the unique number. Now if I want to use the rank, okay, so it will give us the same rank plus gaps. And if I use the dense rank, it will give me the same rank but no gaps, okay. Just remember this thing. Now let's turn this into an interview question. Suppose the interviewer asks you, find the second highest salary. Which function should you use? If you want the second distinct salary level, dense rank is often the clearest choice. For example, if I want to execute this query, yeah, this is the one. If I want to execute this one, this returns the employees earning the second highest salary as a distinct salary. Okay. In our data, that's 90,000 as you see in my table. But when window functions become even more powerful, when we need ranking within groups. So imagine your manager asks you, give me the highest paid employee in each department. We can partition our ranking by department, okay. So this is the one. Now in here, so don't rank the entire company together, start the ranking again for each department. So IT gets its own, HR gets the its own ranking, and finances are gets the its own ranking. So this is one of the biggest advantage of window function. There are some common mistakes also when we are using this rank, dense rank, and row number. Let's quickly look into it. So assuming rank and dense rank are the same, they aren't. Rank creates the gap, dense rank doesn't. There are some mistakes like using row number when duplicate values should receive the same rank. Like remember, row number always gives the unique numbers. Okay. There are some mistakes like forgetting the order by inside the window function. Your ranking logic depends on how you order the rows. And there are some mistake as well, this thing like confusing partitioning by with group by. Group by reduces rows into groups, and partition by creates groups for a window calculation while keeping the individual rows. Okay, there are some interview question like interesting one like what is the difference between the row number and rank? Row number gives every row a unique number and rank gives duplicate values the same rank and leaves the gap. Now what is the difference between the rank and dense rank? Both gives the duplicate values, same rank, but rank leaves the gap while dense rank doesn't. There are some questions this way as well, like which function would you use for the second highest distinct salary? Okay, so dense rank is a strong choice. And if they ask you like what does partition by do, it divides the rows into groups for the window calculation without collapsing the result into one row per group. Now, there are some practice challenges for you. Here is the today's challenge. Using the employee table, find the two highest paid employees in each department. Use your own table doesn't mean you have to use my reference table only. You can use your own employee table. Find the two top highest paid employees in each department, but there's an important requirement. If two employees have the same salary, they should receive the same rank. So think carefully. Should you use the row number or rank or dense rank? Pause the video and try it yourself. I'll post the solution into the pinned comment. So that's the difference between the row number, rank, and dense rank. Remember this thing. So it will be easy for you. That row number, there is a unique number. Rank, same number, same rank, but leaves a gap. Dense rank, same rank, but no gaps. So remember this thing. These three functions are extremely useful in SQL interviews and real world reporting. If you found this video helpful, like this video, subscribe to the SQL Learning Lab and my YouTube channel Tiny Learn Hub, and don't forget to try today's challenge before checking the pin comment. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next episode. Till then, bye.